some regrets that I have, and I only have a few. One thing that I do regret is how often I was trimming my hair. I think I just got into a pattern of trimming when my hair was relaxed. I also had hair color and I also used heat often. So when I went natural, I still had that same thought, like I needed to trim my hair once a month, every 2 months. And it really did take a long time before I was actually able to break away from that. I am realizing that if you're caring for your hair properly, it is possible to go for a longer period of time. I do realize that if I'm going to blow dry and style my hair straight more often, I do know that it is possible that I will have to keep up with a regular trimming schedule, because that's what happens. I mean, your ends are just going to experience some splits and things like that from the heat. You're going to see that, and so trimming is going to help maintain healthy ends. But other than that, if you're just doing things like braid outs, roller sets, you know, a lot of the things that are heat-free styling, you're being very gentle to your hair, you're not brushing and combing through your hair really hard and being harsh with your hair when you style it, then yeah, it is really possible to stay away from the scissors for a longer period of time. And I didn't realize that. I probably by now would have experienced more growth. I mean, I even, like I said, last year I trimmed my hair a lot, and that's something that I'm still learning. The other regret, though, is kind of like a positive thing. I do sort of regret that I didn't go natural sooner. Now, I didn't even think that going natural was even an option. When I first started my transitioning period, I didn't even know I was transitioning. I was going to start relaxer stretching, and then I started to find out that people were just cutting out relaxers altogether. And that I found was very interesting, and I never even thought of it before. And it was my 30s when I started my hair journey. I am seeing that there are lots of young ladies online and on Instagram and different places who started their hair journey in high school, college age, things like that. And they're in their 20s, and now they've got this long, luscious mane of hair. And I think me going natural at a time like that, it would have been just a lot easier, you know, when my kids were a lot younger and things like that, to have had some type of natural hair routine. Probably would have worked for me a little bit better as far as, you know, just keeping my hair in braids, or easily, you know, being able to care for it as far as jumping in the shower and washing my hair. And I feel like I would have had a lot of that down by now. Like, I'm getting to that point where I know my hair and my routine a lot better now. And so I am looking forward to the next year or two to see how my hair shapes up as a result. As far as advice for transitioners, I have given this advice before in hair forums and things like that. But if you are transitioning to natural hair, the main thing that I would say to you is make sure and do your hair right now. Don't wait. Do it as if you are natural. This is going to help you in the long run, trying to learn things like braid outs, trying to work with things like rollers, parting your hair into sections before you do it, and when you do it, like in the shower, you might have to do things like that. Detangling, working with your hair from the ends and working your way up. All of those types of things are things that you can start in the transitioning phase. You don't have to switch up and buy completely natural, completely organic products. I think we're always being told when you go natural, you go with all natural products, which can be good, which can be a good break for your hair. But I think as far as the day-to-day maintenance and things that you're going to actually do to your hair, the type of styling tools and things like that, I would look for things now that are going to help you when your hair is fully natural. So during my transition phase, I went out and I got a bonnet hair dryer. I taught myself how to roller set by watching videos and things like that. I still roller set my hair, and that is one thing that I did not know before my transition period. doing my hair in sections. I started doing that when I was transitioning, and that is something that I still do, and it's still helpful. It's the best way for me to tackle my hair, and it just makes it feel like it's not as overwhelming. So picking up some of those habits during the transition phase, when you go natural, completely natural, you know, you'll kind of have all of those things down already, and it'll just make it that much easier for you. My advice to newly naturals is, as far as different hairstyles go, this is something that I wish I would have done. I guess this is a little bit of a regret and a piece of advice. But all of the different styles that I have experienced with and had fun with, I really do wish I just would have taken the time to just take one style at a time and figure out how to make that style work for me before moving on to the next style. And a good example is my braid out styles and my wash and go styles. Now I feel confident, 5 years natural, that I can do a wash and go or a braid out with no problem. But it has taken me this long to figure that out. Last year is when I started this. I just did wash and go, wash and go, wash and go. Every single time I refreshed my hair, I did another wash and go. I would shampoo my hair, I would do another wash and go. I would co-wash, do another, and I did it for like 3 months, just back to back to back to back to back, until I finally got a wash and go routine down. So that helps you not only figure out your products, but it helps you to figure out, maybe I want to do my wash and goes at night and let my hair dry and refresh it in the morning. Maybe it's better if I do it in the morning from the shower and just quickly put products in. You figure all of that stuff out if you just stick to it, and it's easier for you to sort of remember what worked. But if you do wash and goes and then take 4 weeks off from that and then go back to wash and goes, it's hard for you to sort of remember what exactly worked that time when the wash and go worked. And that brings me to my next piece of advice. This piece of advice is actually for transitioners and for newly naturals, and for anyone on a hair journey, really. This is my first little hair journal. It's just a little spiral bound notepad where I would keep all of my notes when I was trying to keep track of products that I used and different things that I was doing to my hair. This especially came in handy when I was doing my straight hairstyles, because I started spacing my straight hairstyles out like every 2 or 3 months. So that's a long time, and to be able to remember exactly what products worked, what temperature I used and things like that, that's hard to remember for that long. So writing all of that information down and just giving myself little updates about what conditioners worked. Did I do a hot oil treatment that night? Did I use honey in my deep conditioning? A lot of that I would jot down in here. Sometimes something didn't work. It was awful, and I would write down in here exactly why. Because I have actually had times where I've been at the store and I wanted to purchase something again and couldn't remember why I stopped using it. And then I go back to my journal and I go, oh, well, that's why I stopped using it. It was a hot mess. So this is just a really good idea. And the photo journal. I have taken photos ever since my transition period all the way up to now. And yes, I do sort of get tired of looking at myself, but there are times where I look at my hair and I'm just like it just feels like nothing's changed, or it's the same. Like in the first year, I was making big time mistakes. I was still using hair color, and I was, you know, straightening my hair once a month, and I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And my hair looks a lot different now than it did then. But, you know, in my memory, I don't remember it like that. So definitely doing a note journal where you keep notes and also taking pictures, it definitely helps with the journey, because it helps to track your progress and to keep in mind the things that work for you and the things that didn't work. Well, that's it. I know this is a long video, but I just wanted to get this up because I am really excited. I can't believe it's already been 5 years. I do feel like I'm going to continue on my natural hair journey for a really long time to come. So look forward to more videos, more styling and things like that. And I really am glad that you took the time to watch, and leave me any questions below. If you have questions for me, I'm more than happy to help answer questions, and also leave a comment, and I will see you next time in the next video. Until then, this is Mitchellzee. Thanks for watching. Bye.